who are here, who's joining me. Come on in, say hello. Say hello in the chat. I'm a little late joining you all, but I'm here. I am here. Hopefully, you guys have had a great week. Hopefully, you've had a great week. I'm waiting for folks to join in now. I'm going to go ahead and access this chat while I'm waiting for folks to come and pop on in. I hope you're having a great Sunday. So let's see. Who do we have joining? Come on in and say hello in the chat. If you're joining this from the future, hello. You know, the replays of this stay up. So let me turn my mic on. Okay. The replays of this stay on. So when I say joining me from the future, that is what I mean by that for folks who are seeing this broadcast after it has been filmed. And there are those of you who are also, joining me live here today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Hello to whoever is in the chat. Who do we have? Come on in, say hello. I hope you're having a great Sunday. We're having a great Sunday. Let's see who do we have here. I'm gonna start talking. Listen, I will start talking. The conversation for today is going to be life abroad. Unless, of course, there are any pressing questions from people in the community. Whatever questions you have, pop them in the chat. I will do my best to answer them. If you need some more individual assistance not covered on this call, in this video, in this live stream, make sure you book a consulting call. I'm going to include that in the chat. I offer consulting services for moving abroad. If you need someone to go over your move abroad plans, if you're looking to schedule an itinerary here in Paris, you don't know what to do. What else? I offer also, get my words twisted here, I also offer consulting calls if you're looking at doing a scouting trip here to Paris. So whatever it is, whether you're looking to move abroad, and that does not have to be Paris, it can be anywhere abroad, right? If you're looking to plan a Paris trip and you need some help figuring out where to go, what to do, I do customize itineraries, right? And also, again, just there's one other service. I just lost my train of thought. What's the other service I offer? Move abroad consulting calls, planning a Paris itinerary, and also scouting trips. If you are coming to France, if you have decided that Paris, specifically Paris, is your spot that you want to move abroad, come on in. Schedule some time with me. Can do that in person. Help with your scouting trip here in Paris. Hey Dee, thank you so much. Thank you. My experience is here. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. I'm going to include a link now to Calendly for those of you who may be interested in booking some services. So the link is in the caption. Also, I've got like 30 videos. 30, no, more than 130. A lot of videos on this channel. Okay, you can definitely watch. For those of you who are not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe, please. That is one of the best ways to help me as a YouTube creator, by you subscribing, by you sharing, liking, and commenting on my videos. That tells the YouTube algorithm that this is information that people want to see and watch and learn. So thank you thank you all of you for watching this community. How many people do we have here? Hold on. Let me grab my other phone. We've got, oh, I'm sorry, it's right here actually. We've got 732 subscribers Thank you, thank you. I could not do any of this without you. Thank you so much. For those of you who have subscribed, those of you who are watching, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. I am enjoying my Sunday afternoon. I was gonna go and go to a jazz festival. Let me change the way this camera is. Okay, I think that's a little bit better because that was looking kind of weird and janky. Um, I was gonna go to a jazz concert, a jazz festival. Decided not to do that. It's the Montreux Jazz Festival, and it took like an hour, would take an hour to get there, an hour to get back, and I was like, I want to go to the festival, but I don't want to go that bad. So instead, we just kind of walked to the Eiffel Tower, got some ice cream and crepes. Yeah. And if I had gone to the festival, I would be late to this. So I am here. Who else is joining me? Come on in and say hello. Hello, hello. Is it Susie? Hey, Susie. How are you? Hello. You're from Northern Virginia. Hello, Susie. Welcome. Thank you so much. But let's talk moving abroad, y'all. I had the a deja vu yesterday, and I'm going to do a separate video about this. But I had a heck of a deja vu. I went to a Democrats Abroad 4th of July barbecue, right? Obviously, this was yesterday, what, July the 6th, right? But they were celebrating it. A lot of the 4th of July celebrations are usually they've been on Saturday, right? Or this weekend. So, went to a 4th of July barbecue picnic, and it was a good menu. There were ribs, grilled chicken, grilled salmon, potato salad, coleslaw, choice of desserts. And on my way going to the picnic, um, I was in the Gare de l'Est area, and Gare de l'Est is central Paris. And I was walking through streets. I got lost, could not find the place. My GPS was sending me all different directions. Sometimes that happens. Even though I have two phones, I have an iPhone and I have an Android, right? So sometimes I'm using both, like getting Google Maps and the iPhone map or whatever. I got horribly lost, but in the process of getting lost, maybe there was a purpose. I was walking through the neighborhood that I went was walking through my first visit here in 2017. And it just brought back so many memories. Like when I was in that particular neighborhood, again, Central Paris, man, I was so lost. Had GPS problems no GPS, my phone did not work. I was brand new in Paris, did not know where I was going. And I just had a moment. I was like, wow, in the fall of 2017, I came here to this country, didn't know anyone, was my first visit, my first international solo trip. I came to Paris. When I tell y'all, I was so lost in this neighborhood, but I had people who helped me along the way. I had people who, like, they let me use their phone to see if I can try to find my way. They directed me to the bus stop to get on. They told me where to get off. I had so much help. I guess they took pity on me as a struggling American, right? So every time I've been here, um, as a visitor, I have been helped. I really have. I have had people to just come out of the woodwork to help me. And I think for me, that meant a lot, and it had a lot to do with my decision to come here. I know the reputation for Parisians is that the reputation is, rude. They want you to speak English. It's just a different culture, a different culture. And I look back and I go, wow. I mean, people actually helped me. I did not say bonjour. I didn't even know to say bonjour at first, right? When I first visited here. So, yeah, people were really helpful to me. They were really helpful. Here it was, didn't have, my GPS wasn't working. This was 2017. I don't think I knew about the offline GPS services back then. But I'm telling you, I just, yeah, had a whole deja vu moment. And I was like, oh my God, I just can't believe, actually living here. It'll be officially, it'll be 2 years in August. I came here in the summer of 2022. My daughter and I, we did a scouting trip. Hey, Yoni Humphrey. Unfortunately, I don't speak French fluently. No, I don't. I am beginning to work on that because that is a huge barrier, right? I took some classes last summer. I was traveling too much, could not focus on them. So now I've retooled and I'm doing daily lessons. Michelle Thomas is the program that I'm taking, a natural language learning program. And so it's helping me. I know the words I need to use for daily conversation, but it's helping me learn to put together sentences. And I can definitely understand why French is a difficult language to learn. It's so many different rules. It's a lot. It's a lot. I speak a hobbled together French. Again, I know the words I need to use to kind of function. I know how to place an order. I know how to do certain things. But beyond that, I'm at the point to where I can understand a little bit more, but I'm having a hard time responding. So now I want to be able to respond. Hey, Beverly, happy Sunday to you. I want to be able to respond and I want to be able to have a conversation. So a whole year and a half after moving here, right? I moved here officially with my visa in January of 2023. So now I'm just starting to kind of get serious about French. It took me a while, right? But I did try. I did try earlier. So I am now able to recognize, different words, trying to put things together in my head. Sometimes I fail. Sometimes people lose patience and they just start speaking to me in English. I get it. I get it. But yeah, I am trying, right? I'm trying. And that's the thing I think about for me for the most part with French culture. I overall have had more positive experiences than I have had negative. I've had a few negative experiences with the language in terms of people being rude or just being assholes, right? Like I know what it was. Overall though, um, pretty much I genuinely get, you know, people are open, they understand I'm learning. I it's a process to learn how to speak here. And in terms of speaking well with the accent and all of that, I sound clearly like an American trying to speak French and struggling at that. So, yeah. It's been a journey, it's been an adventure. I think that for one reason why I'm also rededicating myself to learning French is because they recently, as of March, they put in new language requirements, right? And so I plan on getting my 5 year residency. And I will need to know a basic level of French to do that. So I've got a little bit, but I got to ramp up my studying and get things together. May have to get a tutor. I need to just do what I need to do. But that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. So thank you, Yoni. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, what I figured was when moving abroad, I'm like, if I don't like this, I can always move back to Atlanta. I'm originally from Detroit. My family is all in Detroit, right? Detroit and Atlanta. So what I said was if I didn't like it, I could move back. And this has been just definitely an adventure, definitely an adventure. Jay's views, yes. It is so intimidating and encouraging because the minute I think I'm doing okay, I find out something different. Like I really was not saying that right. Or no wonder they didn't know what I was saying because I messed it up. Right? So yeah, it can be you give yourself that mental boost or self-confidence. I'm thinking I said something right. No, I didn't. I didn't say it right, not at all. I don't know how long it takes to master the accent and the language. I think the accent is a whole nother thing. Like rolling those R's, man, yeah, it's difficult. So yeah, it's difficult, but I'm pressing on. I'm, you know, daily lessons. Um, Hello Talk. You know what? I have not done that. I will have to check that out. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will definitely check that out. Conversing with native French speakers. I will check that out. Thank you. I've been trying to listen to a little bit more French TV, right? Reading the newspaper, is it the Le Monde? Um, but listening to French TV has helped a lot. Even having like as background noise has helped. Just how they pronounce things is so totally different. The rules of pronouncing things is totally different. Now, as a result of the language program, I'm understanding a bit more why certain things are pronounced the way they are. So, Beverly, any other countries I want to live in? That's a good question. I don't, at this point, I've got some possibilities on the list, right? I think maybe Portugal when I slow down a little bit. I went to Lisbon last year. Last summer, I spent, how long did I spend there? 2 weeks in Lisbon, outside of Lisbon, and had a great time. But I love the Black expat community there. They have a huge Black expat community. But I do think Lisbon is like probably when I like slow down a bit, like quote unquote retire, maybe. We'll see. Um, Other countries I want to live in. I don't know. I've thought about Mexico. I've thought about Costa Rica. Um, they're all pros and cons to all of them, right? What I'm committing to right now, though, is like traveling. So I'm committing to traveling more. So next month, my daughter and I are going to South Africa. We're going to check that out. You never know, that might be on the list to live. I don't know. I have to get there and see. I definitely want to do a bit more traveling in Mexico. Definitely, I've not been to Costa Rica, so I want to go to Costa Rica, right? Want to go to some other places in Spain. I went to Barcelona last year. So, where else have I been? A couple months ago, went to Turkey, had a great time. That was my second time there in Istanbul. For living there, I don't know about living there, but I had a great time. And I'm going back again in September. We're going to do um, Antalya and also Greece, right? So I'm just checking all these places and kind of checking things off the list of where I may want to potentially live, right? But there are definitely some top possibilities. I really want to go. South Africa is a dream trip of mine, so I am so excited about going there. I'm so excited. We're going to Cape Town, my daughter and I. I definitely want to hit up Southeast Asia. I have been to Asia, but it was the Asian side of Turkey. So I can say I've been to the continent Asia, but I have not been to like, Thailand or anything, or, Bali, and I really want to go. Malaysia, I've heard great things. The only downside for me in that area is that the time difference, the 12-hour time difference, and being further away from my family. Like right now, I know that if I hop a Delta flight or an Air France flight, I can be in Atlanta in like 8, 9 hours, 8, 9, 10 hours, depending upon the flight path. So, I am going to apply for my third year visa beginning next month. And year three will hopefully be on the books, and I will figure it out. The one thing about the visa process, or just residency, I'm sorry, is it really depends. France does not have a minimum requirement, but my immigration attorney doesn't recommend that I'm out of the country for longer than a month if I want to get that 5-year visa. Portugal is one you have to live more than half of the year there. Costa Rica, I think you have to fly in like once a year, which makes it really good, right? There are no, in terms of minimum stay requirements. So all of those things go into play, right? When you're trying to figure out where to move abroad, all of those things go into play. And that's why moving abroad is such a personal decision for everybody, right? What works for me may not work for you. You may have children. You may, maybe you have a same sex partner, maybe whatever. All those things go into figuring out where you want to go. Some environments may be good for children, some may not. Um, it just really depends. Beverly, you lived in South Korea. How did you like it? And the UK. I've got a really good friend in the UK. How did you like South Korea? I've heard great things. Like I want to go there to visit. I want to go there and get me some clothes made. I definitely want to go and see the culture, but I have seen some TikTok videos of people who have gone there and have gotten entire wardrobes custom sent back for, relatively low prices. So, yeah, and the UK is like a hop, skip, and a jump, right? It's not very far at all. So to me, the UK is kind of like here, but a little bit colder. Um, and like I said, I have a really good friend. I may be going to London next week. I'm not sure. I booked some concert tickets to see Corinne Bailey Ray and waited and did not get my train tickets. And now they are higher than giraffe lips. So I don't know if that's going to happen because the tickets were not that expensive, but I'm looking at how much the train could cost. So I don't know if I'm going to go to London next weekend. It may be, well, this coming weekend. It may be possible. It might not be. But I'm so glad you loved both. Yeah, Beverly, that cold and rain in the UK is a bit much. Anyone who listens to this channel, you'll know that, or watches this channel. Yeah, I do complain about the weather here in Paris. It's very wet and cold, and London is even worse. I don't know how they do it. Don't know how they do it. Cold, rainy. We have some of the same weather patterns, but it is just a bit colder there. So it definitely can be like just a bit much. Definitely a bit much. So, but yeah, Beverly, to answer your question, I kind of felt like I didn't really answer it, but there are a lot of places that I am potentially considering looking to see what happens with immigration. There are a lot of countries that now have digital nomad visas, different things going on. So I think it'll be a good time, to figure out some different things. So, um, but again, my attitude is, like I said, that blue passport, right, gives me up to 90 days in most countries, right? So again, if I don't like something, I'll just move. I will just move. Let's see. Anybody else have any questions? Any questions? I've been talking for 20 minutes now. Any questions that you guys have? If you don't have a lot of questions, I'm going to log off. But oh, Beverly, you had a chance to go to Belgium. Nice. That's one of the things I love about living on this side of the world, right? You can just do a day trip to Belgium, you know, Germany, Sweden, right? All of these wonderful places. And that's the thing I always tell people. I had guests in town a couple of weeks ago and had some great experiences with them in terms of showing them the Parisian side of things, and they were considering going to London. And my advice to them was, you know, like me, they waited until the last minute to try to get some train tickets, and I think the train had went up to like $400, and so they decided not to. But Paris offers like enough stuff to where you have all the things. You don't need to go anywhere else. There's plenty of stuff to do here. But at the same time, it's like an absolute crime to be in this part of the world. If you can get the time off, if you have the vacation time, if you make the time, right? Because Paris isn't one of those places to where I recommend that you come and stay 2 or 3 days. If you can, like go to the south of France, go to the Champagne region, hit up the UK. It's only, I think you're in the UK in like 2 hours away from Paris or something like that. Go to Belgium. Belgium is so close. Go to Amsterdam. Man, go somewhere different. Hop on a train, okay? The Champagne region is about 45 minutes away, right? Go to Versailles. I had a chance to go to Versailles this week. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was a last minute trip, and I went earlier in the week. I had to do a really, really fast tour, but I'm like, why am I acting like a tourist? Like I can come back next week if I decide to. I live here, right? So, yeah, it's like while you're on this side of the world, wherever you go, just enjoy the neighboring countries. Susie, if I had to move from the 16th arrondissement, Where would I move to? That's a good question. I am looking at I'm looking at money. I'm looking at how much it's going to cost me and what do I get for the money. So for me, I don't know. The 15th is not far. It's right next door. The 15th is a lot less expensive. You know, in this Errandy's month, I usually do not do my grocery shopping here. Things are expensive. So I go to Lidl and Aldi. I typically have to go and I'll do some like for example, Sundays in Bastille, the Bastille neighborhood or Bastille neighborhood, they have this wonderful markets like your farmers markets, whatever. And but it's just again, it's making that hike. Like I have to always go out to get the best prices. So for me to get good prices on meat and fish, I will go to the 17th and 18th arrondissement. I'll go to it's called Little Africa right here in Paris. So I always have to go out to get the best prices. I'm just not paying the prices in this neighborhood. I'm just not. I'm just not going to do it. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to do it. Beverly, you went to Ghana. Oh my goodness, with the year of return, you had a great time. I want to do Ghana in December. I don't know if I can pull it off this December. Fingers crossed, fingers and toes crossed, right? But I would love to be there during December because during the holiday, I heard it's a whole vibe. A whole vibe. So yeah, Barbara, that sounds amazing. That definitely sounds amazing. Oh, and Barbara, you made your permanent move in 2021. I love it. Yes. We've got to schedule some time because I want to talk to you, bring you on the channel. Let's definitely uh I know you sent me an email. We need to let's schedule some time very soon. I think I responded, but I know that my Gmail is full and I erased so many emails. So, um I need to send you an email. Let's schedule some time soon because I definitely want to bring you on to talk to the community here about Ghana, about your experiences. You've been there for a while. You're 45 minutes away from Accra. Love it. You got to tell us about your experiences in Ghana. I've heard some great things about Ghana, so would love to have you on to talk to people in the community about Ghana. And that's the thing. The world is big. Like wherever you want to go, right? Wherever you want to go, wherever is your thing. You don't have to come to Paris. You can go wherever. Just move abroad, sis. Move abroad. Do like Barbara did. Barbara found her place, Ghana, right? Find your place, and your place may vary. Your place is not wrong for you, right? Your place may not work for me. My place may not work for you, and that's okay. You may decide to do a few things. You may decide to bop around. You may decide to go to different places. You may, 3 months here, 2 months there, a month here, whatever. There is no one size fits all solution. And that's the main thing I want people to understand. It isn't all or nothing, right? You may be a teacher and you may say, you know what? I have 8 to 10 weeks to travel, and that's it. But during those 8 to 10 weeks every year, you are seeing some world, right? You may have the type of arrangement to where, I don't know, maybe you're a traveling nurse. Maybe you can stack up your bread, right? Stack up your cash and then take 6 months off, right? And travel the world. There are a lot of different things and ways you can do it. It doesn't have to be always moving permanently to a location. It can be you can do some different things. Different things. You can create your own customized plan. Of course, if you need help with that plan, I'm your girl. Click on the link in this chat. I'll also include a link in the description of this video and the caption. Move Abroad Consulting Services to help you develop that plan. Let's make 2024 the year you actually make that plan to move or to travel more abroad, right? I was saying earlier in the video how I was in a neighborhood where the first time I came here, had a chance to go back through that neighborhood yesterday and had all the deja vu, all the feels, right? Of how my life has just totally changed. since that time in 2017 that I came here and visited France, right? Visited Paris. And the big thing I think is not letting fear, hold you back. There are a lot of people who are like, oh my God, I couldn't come to Paris by myself. Yes, you could. You can come to Paris by yourself. You can go to a whole lot of places by yourself. A lot of times it's fear is what we are the ones holding us back. It's us. The call is coming from inside the house. Okay? The call is coming from inside the house. I'm a fan of having a plan, doing your research. But a lot of times it is us holding us back. It's a mental shift. You need to make a mental shift a lot of times to not hold yourself back. A lot of the things that we think are going to happen, a lot of times they're just, it's fear. It's fear. And I mean, it took me 4 years. In 2018, I decided I wanted to move here. It took me 4 years to actually make it happen. In the summer of 2022 is when I came here for a scouting trip. So, yeah, you can make it happen. Don't wait. Do not wait. If you can go, if you can come now, come. If you know you're like, okay, I can, maybe you can't do it now. You're like, I need 8, 9 months. I need a year. Do it. Do it. I mean, look at Barbara. Barbara did it, right? Beverly is on her planning journey, right? We've got other women in this community who have moved. Um, I don't think she's on the call, but A Sharp, just moved, got to Paris. No, I'm sorry. She got to the south of France today. Moved today. I am telling you, there you can make it happen. Barbara, you built your home. See, that's the thing. Like I want you to be able to come and talk about building your home, all that good stuff. Beverly, my first trip to Paris was everything that I imagined it to be. I had a stressful experience, I'll be honest with you. Within hours of getting here, I lost my wallet. I was jet lagged, lost my wallet. I left it on the bus. I was deliriously tired. And the first time I came here, I stayed in a hotel near the airport. That was the wrong place to stay. Should have never been near the airport. But what did I know? I just knew I was in Paris. And so totally picked the wrong hotel, the wrong area to stay in. Got on a bus. I was speaking actually Spanish to this one guy. And speaking to him in Spanish. I couldn't speak French. He could barely speak English, but we were trying to speak together in Spanish. And I got on the bus and it was the wrong one. I think I left my wallet, like some kind of way I left my wallet. And I got off the bus and I had to go back to the hotel. Went back to the hotel and then came back to the bus stop because I was trying to go to Paris in the city. And now I was like about an hour and 15 or so minutes outside of Paris. And realized I did not have my wallet and I panicked and freaked out. Ran back to the hotel. The wallet was not there. Front desk, no. I had a total meltdown. Okay, total meltdown because here it was, had not even been in Paris for 2 hours, and already I had lost my wallet with all my cards, all my identification. Luckily, my passport, I had a small wallet, and my passport was not in my wallet. Okay, so I literally, freaked out. I was in a fetal position crying. I was just like, I had to call my son and tell him, look, I need to come to West. I need you to send me some money. The hotel was so nice. They were like, we'll give you a Metro Pass because I had no money, y'all. I had 20 bucks USD in my wallet. I hadn't even made an exchange yet. I had no euro at all. Beverly, I had a total meltdown, and I am not that girl. Like, I am, I've never lost my wallet before, ever. And I'm like, what is the odds of me coming to Paris and having that happen? So I cried myself to sleep that first night. And I got a phone call from the hotel middle of the night. And the guy that I talked to in Spanish had my wallet and brought it back to me. He knew that I was in a hotel. He knew that I was visiting, and that area only had one hotel. And also, I had a card of the hotel in my wallet. That man was a whole angel, okay? I listen, thank God for that man because he didn't have to bring it back. All of my cards were intact, nothing happened. The 20 bucks I had in my wallet, I gave to him. That was all the cash I had. I could not believe it. Like, yeah. So that had my experiences here have always been people have helped me. People have always helped me, but I that first time I had a total meltdown. But after that, it was everything. It was everything. I went to the Louvre. I went to all the places. Goodness, I got to see the non-tourist side of Paris. I was dating here. My little Tinder thing was going off. I went on all the dates. At that time, met a wonderful guy here, and he took me to all these non-tourist places. I had the best time. I had the best time. Yoni, I think it was a divine encounter that was meant to that was meant to happen. Like, yeah, that was meant to happen. I know a friend of mine was like, "Are you sure he didn't take your wallet? Are you sure he didn't pickpocket it?" And I'm like, "No. If he did pickpocket, why would he bring it back? Like, come on now." Um, it was just I wasn't worried about the money. And again, nothing ever happened with my cards. They were never compromised. I didn't even cancel my cards at that time. But everything was intact in that wallet, right? Everything was. And I thank God that he was an honest person. I needed the cards more than anything. The money didn't mean anything to me. I didn't want to have to go through the hassle of having my son Western Union me money, picking it up Western Union, not knowing the language, just all of those things, right? It would have been such a hassle. I mean, I would have done it if I had to, but it would have been a hassle. I was just thankful to have my stuff back, right? So I learned a lot of valuable things from that. I learned that when I am jet lagged, it's not a good time for me to think analytically and I need to be careful. I learned, you know, never really travel with your passport because yeah, uh if my passport would have been in that would have been awful. And yes, Beverly, a pickpocket would not return my wallet, right? And I promise you, that's the biggest worry that I have here is pickpockets. Like on the train, that's the biggest worry I have here. I don't have a worry of crime. I don't have a worry of violence. I'm not saying stuff doesn't happen here, it does. But you have to be in that lifestyle for it to happen. Things just don't just find you, okay? Things don't just happen here unless you are running with certain crowds. So for me, a pickpocket is my biggest concern here. When the trains are crowded, I keep my wallet, um, I keep my purse right next to me, right? Hand over my bag, and I'm careful with people bumping into me. I'm always careful knowing that pickpockets work in rings. I said the other week I would do a pickpocketing video, and I never did it, but I need to catch up on that because literally 2 feet, 3 feet away from me, the woman ahead of me, standing right in front of me, said that, she was almost pickpocketed by people on the train at that very moment. They were right near us. You just don't know, okay? You got old people, you got small kids, you got men, women, children. That is the only thing I worry about. And the way I look at it is, knock on wood, right? I'm going to do everything I can to be careful and cautious. But if some cards or money are stolen, I can get those things back. It will be an incredible inconvenience, but I can get my stuff back, right? That's my biggest concern here. That is my biggest concern in Paris, a pickpocket. And I take the necessary precautions. I'm always watchful, never have my purse open. Hand is always over my purse. The biggest times are when it's a lot of traffic on the train. So, oh yeah, Beverly, they're gonna have a good time. They listen. They're getting ready right now. Right now. The weekends are always a big pickpocket time too because there's generally more people, right? People are moving around more, but they strike all the time. Like rush hour, they they make getting your stuff their business. They know what they're doing and they work together. So, for those of you who are coming to Paris, whether it's for the Olympics or not, be careful. Don't, it's really hard for me to say don't let people get up on you because if the train is crowded, that is virtually impossible. But if the train is not crowded, make some space. Know that the front of the train is a strike zone. If you've got like your phone or your wallet out, it's the time when they can just grab it and run and go. Watch out for distractions. Don't let nobody get too close to you because a lot of times they're trying to like pat you down to feel where you may have your belongings, right? Don't let nobody get that close to you. Watch out for distractions always. Watch out for people doing things like acting drunk or acting weirdly. That's to distract you. Watch out for even when people are trying to ask for directions, take a step back, right? I'm not saying don't help, but take a step back. For me, I'm just a lot of times if they speak English, then I'll help. But if they don't speak, I'm sorry, I can't help you. And I'm not saying that everyone is doing something wrong when they're asking for directions, but you do have to have some discernment, right? You really do. So just be careful. I will never forget when I moved into my neighborhood. I'm in the 16th arrondissement. I had a man, the first week I was here, had a man to come up to me with a smile and asked me where the metro station was. We were literally across the street from the metro station. Sometimes it can be hard to spot though. I will say that. But it was just the way he did it. He came up to me with a smile, which is not Parisians usually don't smile like that. Unless they know you. And he wanted me to show it to him. And I was like, I pointed to him and showed him where, like, sir, it's over there. Like, I'm not showing you anything. I pointed to him and I stepped back and I left. Because again, folks work in teams. Just the other week, the restaurant that is near me, they're open cafes, right? Dining restaurants, all the restaurants have tables and chairs outside. Apparently someone got their purse stolen and they just walked by and picked it up. And it's super easy and I see it all the time. The advice is never to leave your phone or your purse on the table. Never do it. And I have to catch myself because it's really easy for people to walk by and grab your stuff. It's really, really easy. So if you're coming to Paris, if you're at a cafe, at a restaurant, if you're dining outside, or even if you're not outside, because they also work inside. I have a friend who went to a popular restaurant that's a tourist hangout, and it's a popular barbecue restaurant. I won't name the name. It's in the Notre Dame area. And she, there was a well dressed couple sitting next to her. And yeah, they were looking for the next victim. So I think she was talking. They knew she was an American, and she left her wallet and her passport in her coat, her jacket. By the time she came back from the bathroom, that thing was gone. Not the passport. They didn't want the passport. They wanted the wallet. So a passport to them a lot of times is not even that valuable. They're not looking for that. They're looking for money. That's what they want. So yeah, just be careful. Don't trust anywhere, really, inside or outside. Barbara, you left your wallet in the TSA. Oh, at Hartsville. Oh my goodness. Did you get it back? Oh my goodness. Those are those things to where it's little small things like that. Like I know for me when I lost my wallet, like I was slipping, right? And I'm sure you left your wallet in the bin, like that wouldn't be something you would ordinarily do. Travel puts you off your game. And even like the lady that I was mentioning the other week that was saying the pickpocketer was on the train, she she had run into these pickpockets apparently on her way to Paris because she was leaving. She had her suitcases. So she said she had run into them before and they had taken, I think, her friend's belongings and she happened to see them again on the train. And so she freaked out. She was freaking out. So you think about it. If you are traveling, you are trying to get to where you're going. You that's all you're thinking about. So it's yeah, it's a moment where you're not as focused as you normally would be. I totally get it. I hope you, Barbara, got your belongings back, okay? But yeah, good people are everywhere, and I try to keep that in mind, right? Like there are more good people than bad. That has definitely been my experience here. I've had people to tell me if my backpack is open. I've had just people really, let's look out for me. Like, ma'am, your backpack is not closed, because I know how people are. I saw a lady on the train. She had her baby with her, and her purse was open. And I was like, ma'am, your purse is open. Because someone told me one time, like, your purse is open. And it was inadvertently, right? So, yeah, things happen. Thank God. Thank you, Black Jesus, for good people. But Barbara, TSA called you. Listen, you are lucky. Oh my goodness, that you could pick it up. Oh my goodness, because the hassle and headache that comes with replacing the stuff in the wallet. I don't carry a lot of cash on me. It's the stuff that's in the wallet that I care about. So with me, I learned my lesson from that. Like I don't carry all of my cards around. I'm always looking at it like I'm thousands of miles away from home. Um, and I don't know if like Amex or I think Navy Federal will send me a card here, but I don't know. Some of the other places, I think they will only send cards to where you are your address on file. So yeah, it's a hassle, but yeah, Beverly, I hear you. I'm constantly checking. I tend to I don't say overpack, but I have too much stuff in my hands. And I know how I am. Like if I have too much stuff, it's easy for me to lose stuff. So I'm really bad at that. I like to be hands free at all possible. And I would totally suggest when you're going certain places, France included, Paris included, right? Definitely Paris, the south of France is another hot spot. Rome, definitely Barcelona, um, definitely Spain. You know, pickpocketers are really out there. They are working hard. So be careful. A lot of the some people suggest doing the anti-theft bags and wearing anti-theft clothing. So I haven't quite gone that route, but if I were going some different places, I definitely would. Um, Barcelona and Rome and Paris are among the top places in the world for pickpocketing. So be careful. Be careful. They're rifling through folks' bags, trying to see what they can get. They are looking to see if you've got any camera equipment, if you've got iPads, if you've got Macs. They are looking. They are scoping you, right? They're watching you. And they're very slick about it. If you are on a train and you're seeing people with big bags with nothing in them, they trying to fill their bags with your stuff. Okay? Be careful. Be very careful. Always make sure your belongings are secured. And remember, these folks work in teams. So you got to be loud. Okay? If someone does run up on you, you need to be loud and act, I hate to say act crazy, but I need you to act crazy. Okay? Make a lot of noise because that's the last thing they want. I have seen them. I have seen groups of young people. And I'm like, yeah, y'all not up to no good. I've seen them. So keep that in mind. Folks are checking for you. Um, it's an international crime. Young people, old people, people who are appear pregnant, everybody. It's sad to say you can't trust nobody. It's sad to say, but people are definitely they are trying to they're trying to separate you from your belongings. So be careful. Be careful. All right, you guys, it's almost been an hour. I've been running my mouth. Any other questions you guys have? Anything else you want to know? What do you want to, what kind of videos do you want to see from me this week? I've got a few things I'm planning in the works, right? What do you want to see from me this week? Beverly, let's see. When I'm out and about, do I carry a small bag instead of a larger purse? I do a crossbody bag, right? I do a crossbody bag. Let me show you. So I do this bag. It's a crossbody, and I can adjust it. I can put it like It can fit toward my hip, it can fit toward my chest, right? It's a, crossbody. And so I only do crossbody. I only do crossbody. I have been known to, I have a small wallet. I've been known to put that wallet in my bra, right? I don't do that as much anymore, but I used to do it religiously. And maybe I need to get back to doing that, especially with the Olympics. But because I'm like, if you're going to get something, you're going to have to rifle through these double D's to get it. Okay. And that's not going to be too easy to happen. But I do typically carry a sack. I have a separate, like a leather sack. And if they want to target that, I never keep anything in there. So go ahead, go right on ahead, put your hand in there, whatever. It's an open type of a sack, and I don't have it easily handleable, but easily available. But yeah, I have a sack over the shoulder because I oftentimes, like, you got to have an umbrella. I have a separate little bag, little flimsy little bag in there in case I'm buying stuff. It's like I always got to be ready. Hand sanitizer, all of that. So, yeah, Beverly, yeah, that crossbody is the only thing I use. Only thing I use. But Barbara, yeah, I understand. Lesson learned. You were very, very fortunate. Thank God. You were very fortunate. But yeah, but Beverly, to answer your question, I do the smaller bag. I then have a larger bag, and those are what go with me everywhere that I go when I'm on the train. I don't put anything down because I know how I am. I can be absent-minded. And so if I put it down, I might forget it. Especially like, if you think you miss a train, it's easy like to jump up and leave. Yeah. I keep everything by my side. I don't play with that. And you can best believe that when this thing right here, so let me show you the small wallet I've got. Um, this is a really small wallet. Y'all, it's not fancy at all, okay? It's a wallet my daughter got me. It's got something on it, but it's a wallet my daughter got me. And it's just a small leather wallet. This thing right here, again, it's not cute at all, but it's functional. I can put this thing, boop boop, and there we go. Right, we off and running. Okay, so you know, I don't. I think for me in the wintertime, the summertime is when there generally more people doing pickpocketing and all that kind of stuff. So hey, in my travels, how are you? How are you doing? Good to see you as well. Thank you for watching. Um, so yeah, I have the crossbody, and what I need to do is also get the phone strap. Like there's it's almost like a crossbody phone case, and to have your phone in because, you know, your phones are also a target too. People can see you with your phone out, can grab it, and there you go. So I need to get both of those things. I need to order them. They're like $2 on some of the cheap travel sites or the cheap is it Shein? Like it's like $2. I need to order two of them. Oh, congratulations in my travels working in Asia. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for the compliment. Congratulations on the work in Asia. I love it. I love it. Yes, let's definitely talk later. You guys, make sure you follow In My Travels. In My Travels, please include a link to your podcast and your definitely your podcast and your YouTube channel if you want. But you guys, take a listen to In My Travels. She has traveled around the world, and definitely take In My Travels, please include your a link to your podcast in the chat. I definitely think women in this community will be able to benefit from the things that you talk about on your podcast. So please include that link. But yeah, yeah. Olivia, happy birthday. Happy birthday, girl. Okay, 4 days. Okay. What are you doing special for your birthday? What are you doing special? Happy birthday. I love it. Happy birthday. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. In my travels, yes, I would love to. Let me know when you're ready. I would love to. When just you listen, you let me know. I would love to be a guest on your podcast. Thank you. But yeah, yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, y'all be careful if you are coming to Paris. The one thing I will say, and in my travels, you might be surprised by this, maybe you might not be. Went to the Eiffel Tower earlier today, and I cannot believe it. There are security lines to get in the public entrance of the Eiffel Tower just to take photos. You've got to go through security lines. There were a ton of police everywhere. Um, they were very, very visible. Usually this area is, again, you just walk up to it to take your pictures. It is right, what is the name of that museum? It's right there. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I'm sure in my travels you know what I'm talking about. It's just a public entrance to the Eiffel Tower where everyone goes, right by the Trocadero Gardens, right there, that spot. But you cannot get into that area now. You have to, there are security. Security is everywhere. I'm assuming you have to go through a metal detector, but I don't know what was going on. It was a line. So we ended up not going through the line. I wanted to take some pictures because I hadn't been to the tower in a minute. And I was like, that's okay. But yeah, increased security protocols all through Paris. I'm also hearing that if you are in the Olympic zone area, you may have to have some kind of pass or something. Like it's crazy. Um, I heard about this. I need to do a little bit more research. But that security, yes, in my travels is definitely because of the Olympic Games. They built a large temporary structure. Also, and streets are blocked off. Yeah. But I'm hearing that you need to, if you are in the Olympic zone area, you need some kind of pass. I need to again do my research, but um you know, I need to do my research on that one. But I've heard this from several people and have heard it just in general in passing on the news here. But yeah, it's definitely heightened levels of security. I mean, because what the games are, is it what, next week or so? So yeah, definitely some changes going on. So anything else? Any other questions that you guys have? Any other questions about my life abroad? Ask me anything, any other questions you might have. Let me know in the chat. Include them in the chat. Uh, Include them in the chat. Now I'll answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to enjoy my Sunday. It's a great Sunday here. It's pretty nice outside. It was a little chilly this morning. I went to Musée d'Orsay the first Sunday of the month here in Paris. Most museums are free. And so, in some of them, you have to schedule the time or whatever. It's not just walk up and go in. But museums and certain cultural attractions are free, like a lot of your chateaus and stuff are free. And so, I went to Musée d'Orsay this morning, had a great time. Great time, great time. Barbara, yes, yes, that a two-bedroom guest house. Yes. I definitely would like to visit Barbara. I'm going to let you know because South Africa is on the list, but Ghana is a place I've always wanted to come to. I had a trip planned in 2020, but the pandemic stopped that, and I have not had a chance to come back. So I've not had a chance to plan another trip. So in my travels, you're welcome. Please, please share the link. Um, yeah, that two-bedroom guest house sounds absolutely amazing, Barbara. I'm sure it's beautiful. Beverly, is raining in OKC. Oh man, man. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yes, please, please go ahead and post it in my travels, definitely. And it's cooling down in Virginia. Listen, I've heard y'all. Listen, it's like, what's going on? Like, can I borrow some of your heat? Because I promise you, uh like the US is, y'all have been like a crock pot, okay, like a whole Instapot hot. Like, what's going on? I think yesterday in Atlanta, I think it was a high of 93 degrees. I mean, that in July is probably normal for Atlanta, but still It's been record high temperatures, and here it is. We've been here, you know, a nice day here, cool day there. I was outside with this jacket on and I was okay. So it is not exceptionally hot here, but mild summers here are, par for the course. Listen, you said it's hot as Hades, hot as hell. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, you do 12,000 steps every day. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have got to work out inside. I think outside is too difficult. It's too hot unless you do it very, very early in the morning. 110 in Phoenix. I don't know how y'all do it. I used to travel to Phoenix for business some years ago, and I went in December, January, and I want to say April. And I don't know how y'all do it. I really don't. I don't know how y'all do it. In my travels, yes, I am on TikTok. I need to get my TikTok together because I put a video up on TikTok. I got like 2,000 views. Like, I was like, hold on now. Um, my TikTok, I'm gonna put it in the chat. Follow me on here. I'm kind of retooling what I'm doing on TikTok. But my TikTok is called Black Ass News Comedy. That's one, and another channel I have is, what is the name of my channel? The Laugh Ministry. So I need to consolidate because I'm not maintaining. I need to consolidate these channels. It's too much. So, but that's kind of what I'm on TikTok. Thank you for sharing thank you for that. I will definitely take a look at your workouts because I need to get on it, right? I need to join the gym. I need to do a lot of things, okay? I need to figure out maybe some yoga, some flexibility stuff. I need to lift some weights, kind of return to where I was pre-pandemic. I was looking at my old photos and I was like, girl, you need to get it together. I need to get it together. I used to be in much better shape. And all these photos I needed to erase, right? Because I didn't have any more storage. And I'm like, man, I need to get it together. In my travels, thank you. That is like my comedy brand. Black Ass News is my comedy brand. So, but Barbara, 82 with a nice breeze. Now that's not bad. That is not bad. Oh, you just came from the beach. That is a perfect weather. Is it humid? Is it 82 and humid, or is it low humidity? Because that sounds absolutely perfect. And how far are you from the beach? How far are you? Are you like within walking distance? How far are you from the beach? Please let us know. Listen, Barbara, we gonna have listen. We're gonna have to plan a trip or something very soon. Okay. But that is amazing. I mean, that's the thing. Can you imagine living on the beach in the US and how much you're going to spend for that? It is crazy when you go to other places, other countries in the world and can live on the beach, on the water, and not paying as much as you would pay in the US. Yes, Yoni, it doesn't that sound it sounds absolutely amazing. Amazing. In my travels, yes. Listen, I'm waiting to get to that 1,000 subscribers. The other thing that's going to be pretty big for me too is the watch hours. Thank you so much in my travels, the watch hours. So I need to do some longer videos, right? That's part of what this is as well, in addition to talking to you all. But it helps when the longer you watch my videos, even if you just got to turn it on and you do whatever, right? Um, it helps my watch hours because the watch hours is what allows me to be monetized. So I've got to be able to reach that 1K subscriber benchmark. And I think it's 4,000 watch hours or something like that. So that is my goal, like to get those watch hours up. So the more that you all watch, the more that you stay watching, the more that it helps. The longer my videos are, it all helps, right? Hey, it's Latasha. Hello. Latasha is a new subscriber. You guys welcome her to the community. Hey there. No, you're not too late. I was about to get off of here though, but I'm going to stay on. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the community. We're so glad to have you here. Please let me know if you have any questions. I know you're just tuning in. But yeah, I am. Listen, we are on the road to 1,000 subscribers. You know, we keep growing every day. Thank you so much to all the subscribers. I could not do this without your help, new and old subscribers. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And also, you guys, if there are any videos, specific videos, or whatever, share this channel, share videos in this channel to people that you know, Black women you know who want to travel and move abroad. If this is an interest, send them my videos and ask them to subscribe. That is how we're going to get to those 1,000 subscribers. That is how we're going to increase um, the watch hours, right? That is how we're going to do it. That is how we're going to do it. But yeah, in my travels, I've just been working and trying to, videos and producing more content. I've got a big video to-do list, a big YouTube video to-do list. So many topics I haven't done that I need to knock off the list, but I'm knocking them off. Okay, definitely catch the replay. It's Latasha. Definitely. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. And for the rest of you, again, be like Latasha. Catch the replay. For those of you who are watching in the future, definitely catch the replay. For those of you who are watching now, share this channel. Also, I'll include another link as well. There are some of you in here who have, um, you have, donated to the channel. For the buymeacoffee.com is one way to help me as a YouTube creator. I'm going to include that link in the chat, and it is something many content creators use. And so that link is in the chat if you'd like to support it. Thank you. If you just like to simply share, thank you again. If you'd like to book a consulting call, whether you want to plan your move abroad, whether you want to plan your Paris itinerary, or whether you want to do a scouting trip here in Paris and need a little help, the link is in the chat. Don't forget. All right, you guys, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to let you enjoy the rest of your Sunday. It's been more than an hour. Always a pleasure talking with you guys. Stay tuned this week to more content here, more videos. I'm going to, I've got a bunch of YouTube shorts that I need to put up about kind of like my adventures here in Paris, going through different arrondissements like the Bastille neighborhood or Bastille, all these different areas that I've been to recently and have just not uploaded the content. So stay tuned for that. It is coming. Give me a second. It's been a minute, but I need to go ahead and put these videos up. Stay tuned for more great content. Again, thank you so much for all of your help. In my travels, please, you said go to, Le Bon Marché. Oh, listen, I definitely need to go. I have to do that. I definitely need to go. I'll do a video too. Thank you, Yoni Humphrey. Thank you so much. I enjoyed having you. Beverly, have a great day. Barbara, have a great day. Enjoy that low humidity. 10 minutes from the beach in Ghana. All the rest of you, thank you so much in my travels. Thank you very much. And the rest of you, I don't mean to miss out. Thank you so much for joining me. You all have a great week, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.